Hey, what's up, guys? It's Frankie here from Get Flood Jobs, and this video is going to be about getting the good restoration jobs. Like, how do you do this? And this is true, by the way. I'm going to show you my world where we do this on the internet, but this is also true if you do this in the real world. And a lot of times people don't realize that you can actually position for the kind of work that you want on purpose. So this will just be a short little video on point, but what we're talking about today is positioning for the kind of work that you want to get. And I'll tell you why most people don't get the kind of work that they want is I call this business card positioning. I'm just going to move this over a little bit so you guys can see this a little tiny bit. There we go. And it's essentially where they create websites and messaging and business cards, and they basically just say, we're a company, we do blank, blank, and blank, call now. Most of these websites, like I just did searches, they're just basically like glorified business cards. I'm not going to pick on anyone in particular. I just did a search for restoration in Atlanta. But most of these companies, like all they're doing is just saying like Frankie's Restoration or whatever their name of their company is. We do blank, blank, and blank. Call now. And that's how you get anyone and everyone to call. Now, if you want specific kinds of work, what you want to do is add in this magic word that I'm going to underline right here, which is for, is be specifically for someone. Maybe I shouldn't underline that because I got, so it's like saying we do blank, this specific work for this kind of person. And I'll show you the practical steps in just a second, but I want to show you in this search, one of the companies I found right here, SRM, cat.com, and they do it for businesses. You see this magic word, disaster restoration services for businesses and commercial buildings. This is the magic word for. Now, who do you think is going to call them from this? Would it make sense for a residential homeowner to call them? Probably not, right? So they're going to get calls from business and commercial buildings. So if you want business and commercial jobs, like you can model this. Now, there may be other reasons why you want smaller restoration jobs, for example, because they're easier to get paid on. So this could easily say disaster restoration services for homeowners in Atlanta, right? So most people don't realize that you can position this exactly for you want. Now, most of the rest of these, by the way, are just glorified business cards. We do water damage. We do blank, blank, and blank. Call now for a free estimate. More about water damage. And I'm not saying these things are necessarily bad, but you don't control who's going to call. So this is the magic formula. It's so simple, but you'd be amazed at how few people do it in practice. Is you start with an intention keyword, right? So in this case, water damage restoration Atlanta. Now we could get specific on this and we could add in the word commercial, right? Like commercial water damage restoration, right? So if we want to go after commercial jobs, then we're going to simply like go after keywords that are related to the thing we want to do. So it starts with like matching the intention of what the person searching. So obviously you want to identify keywords that correlate with the kinds of things that you're doing. And then you want to position yourself. So like these guys, if they bid on commercial stuff and say, hey, we do this for commercial buildings and businesses, like that's who's going to call. And then the other piece that really helps convert those things into calls, which I don't see a lot of on here, is proof. Proof elements that like either proof usually comes in two forms, by the way, in our world. Thing number one are reviews, and thing number two are pictures of what you do. So like this one, for example, they've got proof, our satisfied customers. Let's see if this one has any sort of proof elements. They do not. Okay, I guess they have it here. I don't know why they'd show a 4-star review here, but they have some here. And let's see if this one has anything here. Yeah, again, like a little bit of reviews that you can see from other social media sites. So reviews and before and after pictures. But if you do those three things, where you go after the keywords that correlate to the kind of work you're trying to get, you position yourself as, hey, like we are specifically we're specialized in this case, business and commercial buildings or whatever it is that you want. And then you provide proof, you're going to get phone calls for those specific kinds of jobs. So this is getting away from the, hey, we do anything for anybody business card approach and getting into the, like, let's aim it more rifle approach at the things we want and position ourselves as those things and generate phone calls specifically in those things. So hope that's helpful for you guys. If you're interested, by the way, in getting our help in doing something like this, you can check out our work prices and all that We don't hide behind any of that. It's available at Get Flood Jobs. Of course, my slow Mexican internet is not loading. There we go. You can check out details our work, where we've been featured, some of the media we're posting, example sites. So, and if you're not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe because we got more cool stuff like this coming.